1997, the woman in this picture was one of 4 victims in a drunk driving accident. That accident left Jenny Addis paralyzed from the chest down. She was just 24 years old. Jenny managed to turn that adversity into something positive, and today she is a motivational speaker and an event planner. Jenny also loves fashion, so she combined her passion for fashion with her passion to help others and plan an event that is called This Is How We Roll. It's a fashion show where all the models are in wheelchairs.
Yeah, and we're thrilled to have Jenny Addis back with us today to share her story and how you can be involved in her upcoming event. Good to see you again.
Oh, it's so good to see you guys too.
You look great. I love what you're wearing.
I know you guys do
Cute.
too. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here.
We know you love fashion, and we know that's kind of how you've married some of these motivations in your life to help others, to raise funds, to do great things, and also to share your love of fashion with this event. How did you kind of come to decide this is what you wanted to do to get the word out?
Well, you know, it's different. You know, people don't really see the combination of the two. And one thing that's really great about this event is that we've thrown in the fundraiser aspect of it too, and that's really exciting for me because the funds will be going to a great cause that's very close to my heart, and it's called the Bryon Riesch Parlysis Foundation. And basically, it funds like the latest in medical research, and helps other people with neurological disabilities, with all sorts of things that they might need in their life. So, so it's really important to me to be able to combine them all, and it's something people don't expect, something different. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really exciting. Tell us a little bit about the event, what people will see, and how did you pick the models for this show?
Well, all the models in this particular fashion show are all wheelchair users. And one thing that that I want to throw out there too is that this is men, women, and children of all ages. And we have people that are nurses, lawyers, pageant title holders, which you'll appreciate. Mm-hmm. So they have careers like everybody else does. They're recreationally active, things that people don't realize. My love for water skiing, my love for kayaking, all those different things. Those people are going out there doing those types of things, And again, people don't expect that. They see someone in a wheelchair and they see the wheelchair. And there's so much more to me than the wheels. This actually is an extension of who I am today, and I personally have embraced that. But a lot of people can't see past that. So it's really important to let the community see that there's so much more to us. Mm-hmm. We have so much to offer, and just be a part of a really fun event,
Well, I think you brought up a really great point. A lot of times when someone sees someone in a wheelchair, you're a little intimidated. You don't know what to say. You don't know if you should ask about if it was a disability they were born with or they happened to come to through an accident. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of stigma and uncomfortable feelings sometimes for someone who's able-bodied to start that conversation. And so for people who are out there who sometimes don't know what to say, what do you like when people say to you? Do you like when people ask you, about how you came to be in a wheelchair, or is that something you prefer people don't ask you?
You know what, Tiffany? I absolutely love it. I love when people want to hear my story. First of all, I wasn't born this way. I was in a tragic car accident that was alcohol related, and unfortunately, we hear about that in the news way too often today. So for me, bringing that awareness out there and letting people know, how that changed my life on so many levels, people just wouldn't see. Certainly I cannot walk, but there's a lot of other things, personal things, but I share those personal things because I think that's important. I think it brings to light, how tragic, someone behind the wheel, drinking alcohol, texting and driving, doing recreational drugs, out there and driving, all those kind of reckless distractive things that in the split second can literally change somebody's life forever. You know, and I would like to think that that someday while I'm here on earth, you know, I will be walking again, and that others in similar situations like mine, like I have a spinal cord injury, you know, and other neurological disorders out there, I pray that, you know, by you know, helping out my friend Bryon and the Bryon Riesch Parlysis Foundation and all of us working together that are out there, you know, trying to raise money and trying to find a cure. I hope that that does happen someday while I'm still on earth. I would love to see that happen.
I would too. I mean, and I think that's a reason to go to this show. And some people might think, you know, people in wheelchairs, you wouldn't necessarily think that they'd be interested in fashion, or it might sound trivial or something to some people, but that's what I love about it. And knowing you, I know that you can be super fashionable and still use a wheelchair to get around.
I love fashion. You know, I almost think that sometimes that's changed a lot of my life since my accident, because my appearance, you know, my hair, and you all know that I love doing my own makeup, so I have learned how to do my own makeup without having the ability to use my fingers and that kind of thing. So all of that is really important to me in my life today, and I think it's because it is truly the one thing that I still have complete control of in my life. So when I say that I mean, you know, I go to the store and I buy my own clothing. That's why when retailers are accessible, which, you know, the fashion show that I'm a part of in Madison, one of the things that we do focus on is, you know, the importance that retailers need to be accessible and dressing rooms need to be accessible, because, you know, when I go into a store, I may have someone with me, but I'm doing all the picking and the choosing. I'm doing all those shopping. It's coming out of my wallet, you know. So yeah, all of that is super important to me, because, you know, it is the one thing that I have all the control of.
I love it.
It's a wonderful event, and people need to know how they can take part or learn more about all the great things you do, or even have Jenny come out and speak as well. But here's more on This Is How We Roll fashion show. It benefits, again, the Bryon Riesch Parlysis Foundation. The fashion show is on Executive Drive in Oconomowoc. Inspiration Speaks. .me, or you can call the phone number 715-802-3456 for more information. And again, Jenny Addis, you can find on Facebook.
Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Kleefisch, as well as Representative, her husband Joel Kleefisch. And I know that's important to you.
We're very excited about that.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Love seeing you again. Thanks, Jenny.